Hello students, in previous class technological development we discussed about coal and iron. How important is iron, how essential is coal, and how that both are interrelated with each other, and how the shortage created due to coal in smelting of iron, and then about the iron family, that is the blast furnace, the puddling furnace and wrought iron. And today we are going to read about weaving and the next part, transportation. Since 17th century, England is importing raw material, bales of cotton from India till 18th century. 18th century, that is the 17th century, the importing of cotton is through the East India Company, and which they established. The first intention of England is to exploit the raw materials from the different colonial countries, and India is one of the country, and the company established by them is East India Company, and by which they used to take all the raw materials, that is cotton, for their textiles and weaving till 18th century. First one, till 18th century, spinning had been very slow. Very slow. Though a very good market, but due to spinning, the production used to be very slow. For example, if 10 spinners are there, if they were working day long, then also they could supply only yarn to only one weaver. So the weaver has to wait till the yarn should come to him and he has to start work. So the delay of work, that is almost, here it is, they started the exporting of raw material from the colonial countries in 17th century till 18th century. It was very slow due to the spinning, delay in spinning, and the spinners usually were ladies, and the spinter word came from the spinning the work, where they were asking to do more efficiently to reach the weaver. So next, second point is the time gap. Time gap, that means here I compared 10 spinners equal to 1 weaver, even though the time is wasting. So what they did, immediate after the invention of spinning jenny and steam engine, when they started using spinning jenny and steam engine, then the time gap in between the spinners and the weavers, that was completely covered, and they could produce more and more. Then completely the picture was changed. The spinners and the factories, different factories were established, industries were established, and it was a very good place for the textiles. Then the next point is number 3, raw cotton. As the time gap was decreased, then England started importing more and more cotton raw material from different colonial countries. Already they have a good market in India and different other countries of colonial countries. As already we have discussed, as the raw material, supply of raw material, they started companies, different companies only for the raw material exporting from the colonial countries to their country, and these raw material, supplies of raw material are the good marketplaces again. After taking the raw material from the other countries, their work is to make it into final product, that is finished goods, cloth. And again that cloth is going to export to these colonial countries. So here these colonial countries are not only the suppliers of raw materials but useful for a good market. So two works, double work with the colonial countries. Then the next point is fourth one. This raw material, import of raw material, export of finished goods made British to control over the colonial countries. Not only this raw material of cotton they exported from the colonial countries, but in different way they started exploiting. India is one of the best example for that, and how we people were under the control of British completely 200 years, and different kind of exploitations we have faced. Now the next part is, after weaving, one of the part of that is steam engine. Steam engine, it brought a drastic change. After the invention of steam engine, and most of the work in England, many industries, factories, even transportation made easy along with this steam engine. First one, A. Steam power was first in England. Actually, steam power was used, or steam engine pumps were used in mines to lift the water, over flooded water. But in course of time, they came to know how to use the steam engine in different way, and they used even in transportation also, not only for pumping, otherwise lifting the water from the flooded mines. So the first steam power is, so during that time the steam engine was known as the miner's friend. Miner's friend, as they used to lift the water from mines, so the steam engine was well noted as miner's friend. What's steam engine? Steam power. Replaced the hydraulic power. When, by what? Steam engine was invented, even it was replaced by the hydraulic power was replaced by the steam engine. Hydraulic, that means the power which we generate from water. Even steam is also nothing but the water, vapor of water. Hydraulic, the power which we generate directly from the power, the force of the water. Here the evaporation of the water. So the hydraulic power replaced by steam engine in many places, in vehicles, in machineries, in industries, everywhere they started using steam power. The next one, B. 70% of Europe. 70% of Europe started using the power generated by steam. The next one is transportation. Along with increased industrialization, there is a high need of a good transportation also, either to import raw materials from other countries or to export the finished goods from their country to other country. So the roads and canals were improved. They improved with the help of steam engine. It made possible for them to improve the roads and canals. Initially, canals were built to transport coal. Why? Because there in England, particularly, if you will see, already we have discussed that the drainage system, inter-drainage system is inland drainage system was very well. So it is possible for them to make canals, and due to the port cities. Previously, before canals, they used to use completely roadways, and which is very expensive and time taking, and sometimes it is not safe for the transportation of coal, as you have discussed that coal is fragile. So the next step is, along with roads, canals. So initially canals were built to transport coal, as it is cheap. The transportation through the canal is cheap and very fast comparatively with road transportation. The first canal was Worsley Canal, which was built in 1761. Then come to completion of canals. The completion of canals made the price half. That means previously they used to take the help of roads, and which is very time taking, at the same time expensive. So when those company holders, the industrialists, they started using the canals for transporting their finished good or bringing back the raw material from countries or inside the country also, they started using the canals. It made them reduction of the prices into half of the rate. Why? Because the transportation, they used to invest much amount of money to transportation during the time of using of roads. But now the canals, when the canals were completed, completely the transportation was 90% transportation was through the canals, and the prices of the commodities are also become less. Then the next point is railways. When the railways emerged as a new means of transportation, completely the phase was changed. Previously the road we know very well, which is very expensive and time taking. Then the canals, even canals also, one more problem is there. Though it is very cheap and fast, but the problem is during the time of frost, during the time of floods, or during the time of drought, if it is frost, they cannot see and they cannot, maybe the water is going to be frozen, they cannot move, the ships cannot move. And during the time of floods, if the water, the canals are over flooded, then also it is very difficult for the transportation. Third one, drought. If there is no water, sufficient water, then it is very difficult for the ships to move. So even canal is also sometimes problematic for the easy transportation. Then the very good invention is railways. When the railways emerged, the new means of transportation, completely the transportation method is changed and the phase is completely changed. Here the first steam locomotive, the railway parts locomotive was made by Stephenson's rocket. That was in the year 1814. Remember it? The first locomotive, steam locomotive, was made by Stephenson rocket and the year 1814. The first railway line connected to the cities of Stockton to Darlington in England, that is in 1825, and this is covered 9 miles together within 2 hours, and that is first time, and it is a very easy and possible way for the England to transport easily. Not only they mobilized here the transportation of only goods, commodities, but even they started mobilizing people from one place to another place. So these are the technological developments which have taken place in England for a fast and good industrialization. Let us discuss the next part in next class.